I'm Lachlan from ACE Training, and this is part 3 of our 5-part video series providing quick solutions to common data problems. Now in this video, I'm looking at the ability to follow a trend, to see the trend and potentially follow it into the future and forecast. In Excel, there's multiple ways to do this, and I'm going to share 2 of them. The first one is about adding a trend line to a line chart. If you see here in my example, I've got some energy generation for solar, wind and hydro over the months. And whenever I'm showing that over time, I often come to a line chart because it shows that progression over time well. And a line chart has a feature where I can turn on a trend line. To do this, I need to come to my line chart, and you'll see there's a little plus button up here on the right. And that same button is found on the Chart Design tab. And one of the elements of a line chart that I can turn on is the trend line. When I do this, I need to do it once for each series. So for me, I need to do this 3 times. I'm going to go linear, and I'm going to pick my solar, and I'm going to repeat that 2 more times for my wind and for my hydro. As you have a look now at this chart, you can start to see these wonderful trend lines averaging across that period to help us to see the trend. But this is currently not looking into the future. To be able to do that, we need to look at the settings for a trend line. To do this, I'm going to come up to the Format tab. And up here under the Formatting, I'm going to choose one of my trend lines. And I'm going to click Format Selection. And this will open up a key part of the settings, the trend line options. And under the section with the 3 bars, you'll see down here a section called Forecast. Under this Forecast section, I get to finally look forward a certain number of periods. For us, that's months, and I want to see 3 months ahead. So I'm going to go 3 periods and look at how that does that for solar. Now if I select the next trend line, I can repeat that for each of them. There we go. Lovely. And there we have it. That is now forecasting, following that trend 3 periods into the future. And because I formatted my time periods well as a date, it's a proper date, you can see up here, that means that it's got the correct labels as it moves into the future too. Amazing. The other way we can do this is using a feature, not a chart, but a feature to add a forecast sheet. This will, Excel will add automatically a table and a chart for us. But not only that, not only will it have a trend line, it will also have an upper and a lower confidence interval to help us have some upper and sort of higher and lower bounds to make our decision between to have more confidence. And for this, I'm going to select my data, and I'm going to be showing the total this time. And I'm going to come up to the Data tab and choose Forecast Sheet. This is going to add a brand new sheet, and it will be a little bit messy. Here it allows me to see a preview, and I get to, even under the options, choose my confidence interval and my period. And I get to change where my timeline is coming from or where my values are coming from. It has correctly taken the total, which is great, but if I needed to change it, I could click on this button here and I could go and change it. I'm going to click Create, and watch how it generates this new sheet. It's generated a table here that includes that total and the different forecasts. What I can do is take this slightly messy chart and just cut it away. I'm going to bring that to a nice fresh sheet and paste that in here. Wonderful. Okay, and here is my chart. I'll make that just a little bit bigger. And here we can now see what it's produced. It has not only followed the trend, and forecast 3 periods into the future, but it has also provided me this upper bounds, this lower bounds, so that I can be more confident in my decision making. What is an optimal scenario or potentially a negative scenario that I can make better decisions between? This is the forecasting tool. And when you do this, you need to be very careful, because if you have formatted your dates here as text, for example, January, February, March, you cannot add a timeline. It must be properly formatted as a date in order for that to happen. But it's great that it can do this more than what that trend line could do. Yeah. I hope this has been useful, being able to see how we can look into the future and see the trend line. If you're interested in learning more about charts, I really recommend coming along to our Excel charts or Excel dashboards course. Otherwise, check out our website, ace.co.nz, to see more courses. Cheers.